J.C. Phelps is here. He is going to be making for us a bourbon sidecar. I don't have a clue what that is at all. But first, we have Marcus Jackson, Organizing Coordinator, Advocacy, ACLU. He is here joining me today. It is good to see you. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. It is good to see you and talk to you and talk about everything that is going on with the ACLU. I'm sure over the, well, not just over the last 2 years, but you all are always busy. First, explain what you do and why you are always so busy.
Yes. As a Smart Justice Organizer Coordinator, I am in communities across the state. So we go out, we engage, we find out what people are really interested in and some of the issues that are facing their communities, specifically for directly impacted people. When I say directly impacted people, I mean formerly incarcerated, currently incarcerated, people in recovery, and the loved ones of those groups, so that we can work on policies that's going to actually impact their lives positively across the community. So I'm just a small piece of being in the community, but we have some amazing policy strategists that go to Frankfurt and fight the good fight for us.
When you say these strategists and they fight the good fight, what role do we as community members play in that? What should we be doing to help what you do?
Yes. Show up, have a conversation with us, let us know what's going on, because we can't be everywhere, but we can listen to you. And one thing is, you are the expert of your own communities. You tell us exactly what it is you need. No one knows better than you. So when you bring us that information, then our amazing policy strategists take that and make sense of it at a policy level. And then there's opportunity. That's one opportunity. The other opportunities actually come to Frankfurt with us and meet with elected officials, your elected officials, and speak your mind and tell them exactly what's going on in your community, because it is their job to represent you.
Yeah, so this is what always makes me crazy, when folks will call me about, okay, you know where
Yes,
I'm going.
I do.
Folks will call me about their neighborhood. Now, I don't live there.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on.
Right.
And then they tell me what I need to do. And they said, somebody needs to do something. I'm like, well, who are you?
Right.
Aren't you somebody?
Yes.
Because people, number one, need to know the system, need to know that they do have a voice. Like you have a voice. You are the somebody that should be working, but I think people just don't know what to do.
Exactly. People do not. And there's a huge disconnect where some people just feel like this system is not for them.
But it is.
But it is. But the reality is that we have to get people educated, and we have to get people trained to be able to do the work for themselves. No one is going to fight for you harder than you're going to fight for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so if we can train you, if we can bring you up to speed on who you need to talk to, what you need to say, and things like that, and you have that content, being that you from that community and you're that content expert, we can work with you, and you can get the work done right there from your own home. And we have wonderful resources. We have amazing relationships with elected officials, and we can get in the doors that sometimes normal people just can't get into. But it's for us to put people in those positions so that they can speak their truth and make the change that they need, not the change that we feel that they should have.
Yeah, because you may not live in that community.
No.
And I can tell you all about Southwest Louisville, because I'm there every day, all day. That's where I live. That's where I grew up. And so it's important. I say this jokingly, but it really isn't funny. In the primaries, I was voting, and this older man peeked out of the little, cubicle thing that we're in, and he said, I'm not voting on anything on this back page because I don't know who the heck these people are.
Right.
I thought, brother, you knew you was coming to vote. You should have been looking and learning what was going on. Like, don't scream at these people.
Yes.
We have to know, and I know it takes time.
It does.
And it may be hard, but if you're going in to vote, know what's going to be on the ballot. We try to help you here at WAVE. We do. We try to let you know what's going on. But it is our responsibility to learn who the people are, I think, this is my opinion, don't get mad at my family members here, but I think, don't you think?
I do. I think it's very important to be educated about what's on the poll and who you're actually voting for. I do think there is a disconnect that is real between certain communities and our elected officials actually going there and introducing themselves and feeling like they are there to fight for them as well. As an ACLU of Kentucky, we do have an informational page where people can go and they can check to see who's on the ballot, what's on the ballot. We had for the judicial candidates in 2020, for the 2022 elections coming up, we have a questionnaire that we put out and they filled it out. So you can go to that web page that's on right now and you can see like how these elected officials, or these hopefully future elected officials, address certain issues that may impact you and your community. So the information is there. We just have to get more.
We just have to get, and you have to. So let's talk about one issue that you all have been working so hard on. I can't even believe it, and that is the restoration of your right to vote.
Yes. Yes. In 2019, Governor Beshear he signed an executive order that restored the rights to over 175,000 Kentuckians. The great thing about the bill, that executive order, is that as long as it's in effect, everyone that completes their sentences that are impacted with certain non-violent lower-level offenses, all you have to do is register to reclaim your right to vote. And to me, that is huge. As a directly impacted person, as someone that I cannot currently vote right now because I have to go through the petitioning process because one of the crimes I was committed of is not eligible under the executive order. And our campaign, the Reclaim Your Right to Vote campaign, is also focused on individuals that need to petition the governor because, like you said, people may not necessarily understand what steps they need to take. And we're here to show people what steps. We're here to assist you with those steps because we feel like, well, not that we feel, we know that the more civically engaged individuals are, the less likely they are to reoffend. Based on Florida numbers alone, the overall recidivism rate in Florida was 26%. 26%. For people that were civically engaged, it dropped down to 4.5%. And that is an amazing tool to keep people and communities safe.
When you care about your community,
yes,
then you work with your community. Yes. You don't hurt your community.
Exactly.
But we also, as a community, have to care about everyone.
Yes.
We have to do it. Real quick before we run out of time, Smart Justice Advocates?
Smart Justice Advocates, yes ma'am.
What is that?
The Smart Justice Advocates is a group of directly impacted people working boldly to inspire change through legislation and community engagements. So being on the forefront, going into communities and speaking to ugly, directly impacted people and bringing them out of the shadows and letting them know that it's okay. There's people out here that's been through exactly what you've been through. And we've come out the other side and we're doing productive and positive things in our communities and we're making impacts at the legislative level. Come join us so we can train you and we can educate you and we can get you engaged in your community. Smart Justice is across the Commonwealth. Right now we're focusing primarily in these 13 counties that we are targeting for voting rights work. But anyone, and I say directly impacted, people in recovery, currently incarcerated, formerly incarcerated, their loved ones of all of those three groups, come with us, help us fight, get trained. Let's go out and make a change that we need.
Some people, though, feel like when they make a mistake, they're not part of society anymore.
We do. We do. We feel like, and we take it harder than most other people think we do.
Yeah.
Because we do. We carry that shame around with us. And the more that it's in our face that you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, we isolate ourselves more. And nothing good comes with isolation.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Well, I hear you speak, and I think you should be a lawyer.
I wish I would one day.
I think you should be a lawyer. That's what I think.
Thank you.
I appreciate you very much, Mark.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, when we come back.